In this interview, Jim Riley talks about his experience in prison and how he used the time there to start writing dozens and dozens of books. He actually currently has a contract with a publishing company for about 60 books that he's going to have finished. And one of his first books here, Murder in the Atchafalaya, is a mystery. He also has bullet mysteries that you can read. In his interview, he talks about his experiences with writing and publishing as well as his upcoming projects.
Well, I actually started writing before I went to prison. I wrote one book. It was awful. I didn't know what I was doing, and turned out a publisher published it, but I was embarrassed by it, to be honest with you. When I got to prison, uh, the first I went in 2015 and came out in 2019, and the first couple of months I felt sorry for myself because I didn't agree with the verdict. And then I decided to make good use of my time. And so I started writing, and it became an everyday practice. And it took my mind off of some of the horrors going on around me. I love creating something from nothing. And when I was in prison, all I had was a piece of paper and a pen. We didn't have any computers. We didn't have typewriters. Only thing we had was a yellow pad and a pen. And I just used my experience. And I'm a pantser. I don't outline anything. So when I just start with a vague idea of an opening scene, and I let the characters take it from there. They actually write the story for me. Since I've been out in 2019, well, it was kind of an odd story. I got a publisher in the summer of 2019, and the first book was supposed to be published in March. A week before it was published, the publisher canceled my contract on me. So I kind of had to start all over again. And it turned out to be a wonderful thing because I connected with a publisher that is faster than any other I've seen. They've published over 20 books, actually over 30 books in the last 18 months. And I have a contract for 30 more in the next 18 months. Yeah, I thought it was a joke when I first got the contract because it was for 59 books, and we've since added one and it's 60. And nobody gets a contract for 60 books. And I certainly didn't deserve it with the level of skill I had at the time, and I probably still don't deserve it, but I'm fortunate and I'm happy to have it. The Atchafalaya is a basin that's actually a swamp bigger than Rhode Island and South Louisiana. And it's a wilderness area. And a lot of the places in there, no one has ever been. And it continuously changes course. Every time they open the floodgates to the Mississippi, the Atchafalaya Basin changes its terrain. So there are places that we can honestly say no one has ever visited in the Atchafalaya Basin. And I have over 20 book trailers now. And I hope to have a trailer for every book I've written, including the bullet mysteries. The bullet mysteries are the real short stories. You can read them in less than an hour. And it's made to enjoy over lunch or after work and not get bogged down in a long novel. And I really enjoy those. They're crisp, they're to the point. There's not a lot of fluff in them. And I enjoy both. I enjoy the depth of the novel and the crispness of the bullet mysteries. A different way, I post a lot on Facebook, as you've probably seen. Um, and it's different than just posting the cover of the books. It kind of grabs people's attention. Trailers are generating a lot of interest. The favorite and the thing I've learned is to overcome obstacles. Uh, Prison was the worst place in the world to try to write a book. 24/7, there's screaming, cursing, fights, blood. where I was, we had several deaths during the 4 years I was there. No, I was sentenced to white collar crime, and I assumed that I would be housed with other white collar prisoners. That wasn't the case. My first day there was only one open seat at the chow table, and I sat there, and across from me was a guy who shot a cop during a robbery. To my right was a guy who murdered his girlfriend, and to my left was a guy who got too close to a German Shepherd, I'll say. So it was, that's the kind of folks that I was housed with, and I had no say so in when I got up, when I went to bed, when I ate, what I ate, who I was housed with, when I took my meds, when I could watch TV. So it was probably the worst place in the world to try to write a book. And what I would suggest to other authors is to do what I did, turn a hindrance into an advantage. I had 4 years, and so I took advantage of those 4 years and dedicated myself to writing and wrote over 50 books during that time.
What are you learning right now, and what is one of the biggest challenges as an author right now?
Right now, I'm transposing the rest of my books I wrote in prison to Microsoft Word so I can submit them to the publisher. I still have about 20 books left to transpose. I've written one short story that I mixed in just to break the monotony of transposing. But I have another 20 books in the Nikki Dupree series, which starts with Murder on Spirit Island. And she is a dynamic young lady, a martial arts expert in the private investigation field that competing with men. And she runs into all kinds of troubles, and I really enjoy writing about her.
Okay, as far as promotion goes, what sort of things have you done to share your books, or does the company that you publish with, do they do most of that?
Yeah, they have distribution levels in over 25 different digital outlets. Plus, they put books in the bookstores. They just got the distribution chains in India and China. They've already translated one of my books into Spanish. So I'm very happy with them. It's, I'm early in the game. I'm only 18 months into having a book published, even though I have a bunch of them. I'm only 18 months. And I guess what I'm learning is it just takes time to build an audience. And we all have to have patience. And that's something that I strive for, but have not yet obtained.
Is there anything else that you would like to share about a book that you're currently working on, or any other advice that you'd like to share with people who are looking to write a book or people who are
I
struggling to get
suggest that
published?
people that want to read my work start with Murder in the Atchafalaya. Um, that's the first of the Swamp Ranger books, and it will give them a good feel of my style and how I write. The other thing I would suggest is don't let anything get in your way, whether it's financial issues or job issues, family issues, health issues. Turn those things into an advantage, take advantage of them, keep your goal in mind, and always, every day, do something to reach that goal, to help you reach that goal. Uh, we're on a journey. This isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. So as an author, nothing is going to come quick.